What's here? It's an empty piece of paper, and I'm trying to demonstrate how some energies and some emotions are affecting your health and well-being, your personal life, your family life, your work life, and the outcome of your life journey. And I'm going to draw, but mostly sketch because I don't have the talent. We'll sketch in simple terms. This is for those who understand how energies work. And I'm going to make it super simple for uh, almost everyone to understand, but only for those who are open. So it's easy to understand if you're open. If you don't want to open to this type of information, it's going to sound like voodoo, bullshit, crap, whatever you want to call it. And I don't mind it. You can judge me. You can put the video on the garbage pile. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not looking for your like or subscribe or anything like that. I'm just providing information. And here I'm going to draw a, let's say, a human body. And this is not going to be a professional video, so I don't want to edit. I don't want to add fancy information off the internet, pictures, movies, or pieces of videos to impress you, make a nice good looking video to get views. No, I don't want that. So that's why I'm using two bottles to hold the paper, and I'm using my cell phone to record what I'm saying now. And so you have a human being that has a sort of a head, the way we see it with our physical eyes, and the way we sense it when we touch with our tactile sense. So made by some creature who designed our DNA, which gives each cell a function and a shape. It tells the cell what to do, when to do, how much, all that specific information. And the DNA is made out of some protein molecules, and those molecules are made out of atoms, and atoms are made out of energy. Now, if you think the atom is solid, check my other videos. You have to dig because I do record a lot, and I give you explanation, a very simple explanation, how the atoms are being constructed out of information and how everything is put together in a nice and very stable way, because it's all information. It's encoded information that provides the atom a structure, some forces and information vectors, and information that provides stability of the atom. It provides information how that atom connects with what and when, and all sort of specifics. So this body of a human we see in a mirror or in a real life on the street, made out of bunch of organs that together form a beautiful creature, a very complicated creature that thinks, speaks, does stuff, modify the matter, so it can take the spray bottle and can squeeze it because of the brain action, can build stuff, can kill, can love, can procreate. So it's a really beautiful machine. It's something that you should be proud of being able to control. It's like you learn to drive an excavator, and now you use that excavator to make a living. Same thing with your body. You learn to use it, and you are making a living, and your body helps you in your journey. And so this one is made out of certain organs, a nice face, okay, a heart, somewhere some lungs, a stomach, all these things, okay. And each one can divide it into tissues and micro other elements that are all made of molecules and other stuff till we reach substance and then atoms and stuff. And let's not forget the hair, because I don't want people to think that this lady has cancer or went through some chemotherapy when she puts a substance into her energy field. So each organ here has own particulars, has own energy factory, cells, everything that makes that organ do some specific job for the whole body. So let's say take the heart. The heart has its own muscles and blood vessel and nerves, and the nerve is connected to a portion of part of the brain and has a biofeedback. The heart can work by itself on right condition, right feeding material or liquid. Same with the brain. But when we connect this thing, the brain connects to some adrenal gland or sexual part, uh, talks to the stomach. So the brain is a kind of a system, that kind of a computer that monitors not only outside world through the five senses, through the eyes, through the nose, through the ears, the tactile, and all that. Um, so it interfacing to the world, but also is monitoring internal organs, internal systems, to make sure this machine, this beautiful machine, works perfectly. And at some point, things start decaying, start failing, and now something is coming out of the balance. But generally, when the energy generating machine in every cell works well and everything is in a good balance, and there is no biochemistry, biochemicals that are outside the balance, there is no chemicals input. Let's say this person is not drunk, this person is not doing drugs, this person is not doing some chemicals like pills and stuff. So the organism as a whole should work fine, should work well for 50, 60 years, even longer these days. So if we look into these muscles, let's say these muscles have the muscle cells and all that, so they do some specific, but uh, they are led by a, so, or they produce a field of energy. Some people call it aura, some people call life force, but it's a measurable field of energy, and that can be measured on special cameras or special reading machine. I had such a reading before, that's why I can say stuff about it. And I learned how to modify that field, how to modify the way it appears to certain people when they have the ability to monitor the colors of the field. And stress can change it, emotions, love, hate, all sort of emotion can affect the color or the way the field expresses, um, and the outcome can affect the way we feel about life. So we have, let's say, a hateful emotion that is going to affect our own energy field, and the brain monitors that at the energy level. The brain energy level monitors that emotional energy. Some of that is monitored by the heart, so the heart generates some field around, like any other organ, but each field is specific to the organ. And the heart also can receive. Lots of people believe that love comes from the heart, and certain emotions are being generated and are changing the shape and the color, let's say the way it is being observed, of the organ field. A friend of mine went to read her field and was told that this organ and this organ and that organ are not working properly because of the childhood emotions. And I thought of that type of explanation. I kept listening to the audio recording that was provided at the session, And then I kept digging into information, and I tried to find more about this type of field, because for me it's a very interesting, not a curiosity, but it's a phenomenon. So we have this connection between different organs, heart, stomach, brain, heart, brain, lungs. So easy to make a connection, to understand. Let's say the small brain talks to the, or the spinal cord talks to the lungs. You do automatic breathing. You don't have to think about. You breathe harder or faster on demand. The heart also beats faster on demand, uh, because of the effort, because of maybe higher adrenaline. So some of the organs start to work faster. Some of those will slow down to provide the blood supply to the organs that are required for survival. And when you want to put some conscious effort, then the brain can kick in and can talk to the lungs muscle. So now you can breathe on wheel. Also, you can control, beside the muscles, you can control even the stomach activity. If you learn how to train that, it's not only an automatic process, but you can control when to slow down the stomach, when to munch it faster. So that some of the organs can be controlled with some effort. Other organs can be controlled with training. Even the heart. So I learn how to slow down my heart. Of course, when I put some effort, like a physical effort, the heart is going to beat faster regardless of my willpower, because it's a mechanism that ensure my body's survival. Now, the emotions are like energy fields. Without getting into much of the details, I won't start explaining, but I'm going to to compare the emotions with pieces of software. So you have pieces of software that you can store. Same thing with emotions. You can store old emotions. And depends how you store those emotions, they can affect you for the rest of your life, or you can get rid of those if you learn how to do that. The same thing with programs. You can delete the program from the hard drive, but there are, if you don't know how to delete it properly, if you don't have the right software to delete it properly at the deep level, then you will still have the remains of that software, piece of software, somewhere on the hard drive. If you just press delete, they will not go away forever. Same thing with the emotions. So some emotions that you store into your field, let's say you have some hate, and it doesn't mean that the hate would stick just around your head. You may have the hate, but the hate might enter, or might be part of your general energy field, and some people can sense it, can sense you, that you are a hateful or a loving person, because you emanate from all your being, and you emanated not only by your physical attitude, but you emanated from the way you are being felt by other people. And some people sense you much easier, because they are not only empaths, but probably they are sensitive to aura field without knowing. Other people willingly read your aura and realize who you are and what type of emotions you generate. But some people just see at the physical level. So now you can store some powerful emotions. You can train to delete those emotions. So it's very similar to the software processing. You can load some files. You can express who you are, like who is your computer, by assigning a name, which is a software, so you encode it a name or sort of even an image to your computer profile or your own profile, and that's software. So the way people see you, maybe you manifest something at the software level by attaching a picture. So in a software world, you can fake a lot, but in here, it's more transparent. If you deal with people who can read that type of energy. Now, if you have, let's say, if you have everything in a balance, a person who can read your aura can sense individual organ a nice and consistent color around those organs, and can tell that everything is in a good harmony. It's a nice colors, nice balance, and can tell you that you are in a good balance, good mood, and good health. But some people might have attached an energy somewhere. Okay, but doesn't mean they attach like a parasite to the main field. It's somewhere inside. Okay, so could be attached to the stomach, could be attached something. So it tells you that that energy could be an external energy that got attached to the person energy field, or the person got an energy disturbance into their own organs somehow. Let's say a disease, an illness, some like a cancer, uh, I don't know, an injury that would affect the energy field of each organ. Some people have more energy into certain organs. I met very sexual type of guys. Everything they talk to the girls, it's connecting them somehow to a sexual topic. And it doesn't mean their testicles have a big energy field. It means that they have connected themselves to an energy information that contain that type of stuff. So it's an energy information. So everything, the thoughts, the organs, everything is energy in different type of quantum manifestation. So in a physical world, we see the organs that at the physical level, the way we sense the organs or the body through our five senses that are physical senses. But also those organs can be sensed, or the energies can be sensed at the energy level. And when one of the organs or one of the energy is out of balance, it will show on the reading, and the people who can read those energy can show, okay, you have let's say 50% vitality, you have maybe 30% out of 100 in related to you is particular, so the reference point is particular to that person. You have only 30% sexual energy left or something, but doesn't mean that 30% can be compared to other person. So 30% of this person can be 100% of another person. So it's not something standard, but it's related to a harmony. So the people who read this type of stuff, they kind of have an idea because they read many other people, and they kind of know, okay, this part of a human being should be ground emotions or whatever, love or health stuff, and they know the average, and when they see a person outside of that average, they know that's something different. So that's kind of the way they guesstimate the percentage of a energy field of different type. So again, we have reference points, which are the ones are kind of average people reference points, but also reference point is part of that person's energy balance. So when there is an emotion, I want to conclude this video, when it's an emotion, a powerful emotion, let's say a trauma or a rape or a death in a family that was not taken easy, especially unexpected death in a family, those can induce an alteration into the emotional energy field. And it could have a manifestation in different organ health. And common is when a person was beaten, was bullied, but generally was a sudden trauma. Let's say someone was attacked or raped, and the person went into fight or flight, into fear. The adrenal glands kicked in, and that reflecting into the adrenal glands energy field that got a change. So it was a software, let's say a software type of trigger. I make it easier to understand for those who understand how the computers work. So it was a software change in the energy field of that organ. So that organ is now being pushed to do something because the software was modified. So unless the person doesn't go through a recalibration of that software, that organ is going to underfunction, overfunction. So it's going to be a out of the normal balance for that specific person. So that I'm going to conclude the video trying to give you kind of an idea, trying to talk about the emotion or energy disturbance, the emotions, accumulated emotions, organ level emotions or organ energy of the nerves, energy of the organs. So each part of the body has own energy signature, and all together form what people call it aura, the body aura. So we'll turn off the video now, and any questions, positive questions, you can post it on the YouTube channel under this video. And I hope this sketch won't look like a sexual organ here. I don't know how to draw. Maybe I'll post one of my kids' drawings to see to see a huge difference. So see you later. Bye bye.